Did you know 1 pound of chicken has roughly 130 grams of protein? Isn't that great? And chicken's a perfect item to have for dinner. Join me today as I make poppy seed chicken. I got the recipe from myrecipes.com. They originally got it from someone named Kelly Skinner from Southern Living. It is literally just 6 ingredients and it makes a delicious poppy seed chicken. Let's do it. First, you need to grease a 7x11 baking dish. I have an 8x8, which is almost the same amount of room. Just very lightly grease it. Honestly, that might have even been too much in my case. So don't even use it all. Just lightly. And I'm just using shortening, so. Okay. First we need 3 cups of chopped cooked chicken. So we gotta cook it. We gotta chop up our chicken and cook it. So get your raw chicken out. 3 cups is 1.5 pounds. I'm gonna hit mine down some with a meat tenderizer. This is just something I like to do now when I cook chicken. Now just cut it into cubes. They don't have to be exact. Just little pieces that you're comfortable eating. So cut off any gristle if you're not a fan of the fat. I'm not, so I'm gonna cut mine off. Now to cook the chicken, I'm putting a saute pan over medium heat, slightly above, spraying it down. Then I'm just putting my chicken in there. And I'm just gonna slowly brown it. Or not even brown it really, because we're gonna bake this in the oven eventually. So I just wanna see some color for a little bit. Try to at least halfway cook it. Alright, I have flipped all my pieces of chicken. They're not completely thoroughly cooked, and they won't be when I'm done with them. But as long as they're mostly done, they'll finish baking in the oven. But you can see how they're the appropriate color on one side, but it's not very deep. It's maybe 1/4 of the way down. So cooking on this other side will help get them even more cooked. Then I'll leave them another minute, then we'll use that. You're going to want to crush 31 buttery round crackers. And I'm gonna crush 10 at a time. Just to keep things easy. So just lightly crush them, just so you don't send pieces flying everywhere. All right, this is all 31. I'm pretty happy with how crushed they are. You can go as thick or as fine as you want with the crumbs. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. I'm using glass, so I'm just gonna go to 325. I'm happy with how cooked my chicken is, because it will cook more in the oven. So I'm putting my cubed chicken into a large bowl. Then you need 16 ounces of sour cream. So that's typically 1 normal size container of it, unless you buy the smaller ones. This is like the regular large size container. 1 can cream of chicken soup, and they're usually about 10.5 ounces, or 10 3/4 of an ounce. Make sure you scrape it all out. Then you need 3 teaspoons of poppy seeds. 2 and 3. Now mix all of those together well. Looks good, smells amazing. Now, evenly spread this mixture into your dish. Scrape out all your remaining sauce. You want all that goodness with your chicken. Now take your crushed crumbs and then pour in 1/4 cup of melted butter, which is 4 tablespoons. Really make sure they all get a little damp. You don't want to leave any of them too dry. Now evenly spread this mixture on top of your chicken. Alright, I'd say that's evenly spread. Now get this into your oven for 35 to 40 minutes, or until hot and bubbly. Alright, it's been about 40 minutes. and it's nice and bubbly. So get it out, let it cool, and let's try it. All right, the chicken was bubbly. It came out. I let it cool a little bit. Get a piece. Let's try it. Oh yeah, the chicken is nice and juicy. The sour cream and cream of chicken have come together so nicely. The buttery crust is delicious, but there's not too much of it, so it's perfect. 6 ingredients, not even an hour of your time. Delicious poppy seed chicken. If you like this video, please subscribe. You can do it. Be proud of yourself. If you make this, you just made something amazing.